Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, Ethiopian military is upgrading airports in Somalia. Somalia wants Ethiopian military to leave Somalia by the end of this year. But if Ethiopian military uh, were to leave Somalia, it wouldn't be expanding some airstrips in Somalia. It means that military has some long-term plans of staying in Somalia. Which airports are being upgraded? Where is Somalia's government while Ethiopian military is expanding its control of some areas in Somalia? Second, it was Fano fighters entered a key town in Amhara region last night for several hours. Exchange of gunfire went on between the two parties. Roads remained closed. It was night time. Shops closed. People were confined indoors. What is the situation now in this town, which is a city basically? Let's start from Somalia, viewers. We know that Somalia has made it clear that by the end of this year, uh, December 2024, all Ethiopian troops will have to leave Somalia. Whether they are part of African Union peacekeeping mission or they have been deployed under bilateral arrangement between Ethiopian government and government in Somalia. Ahmed Mualim Fiki, other Somalis ministers have been heard saying that by the end of this year, all Ethiopian troops will leave Somalia. But is Ethiopia willing to withdraw from Somalia? Well, the answer is no. It seems that Ethiopia does not want to withdraw from Somalia. Two reasons. Firstly, Ethiopia says that Al Shabaab could take over the areas which are free from Al Shabaab influence on Somalia Ethiopia border, and then Al Shabaab fighters could try to enter Ethiopia. And secondly, now the second reason is the entry of Egyptian military. Ethiopia says Egyptian military is a threat to Ethiopian interests, and Egyptian military deployments in border areas could be a threat to Ethiopian national security. Ethiopian troops are expanding their military operation, their presence on Somalia-Ethiopia border. I told you a few days ago that the Ethiopian military in Somalia had taken control of main airports and airstrips in border areas. In Somalia-Ethiopia border areas on Somalia side of the border. I told you about Southwest State and Gaidu. Almost all airstrips in Gaidu have come under Ethiopian military control. Gaidu is a region, I think it's part of Jubaland. Southwest State is a federal member state, and here Ethiopian military again in control of key facilities. In Gaidu, Ethiopian troops have been seen doing some infrastructure work on an airstrip, which is a small airport, you can call it Bardhire Airport. Bardhire is in Gaidu, small airstrip, which is now, its runway is now being extended. It is being extended to 400-meter width so that it can accommodate larger aircrafts. It means that Ethiopia intends to send supplies in the form of troops, ammunition, etc., to this airbase. That is why it wants this, not airbase, airstrip. It wants this airstrip to be in a position to accommodate larger military transport planes. Ethiopian military engineers have been seen doing the expansion work at this airport in Gaidu. Where is Somalia? Where is Somalia's federal government? Where are Somalia's federal forces? Nowhere to be seen. If Ethiopian troops don't leave Somalia by the end of this year, what will happen? I don't know. But if Ethiopian troops were to leave Somalia, they wouldn't be doing such expansion work on airports. It means they're interested in staying here. They won't easily withdraw from two zones, I think, Gaidu and Southwest State. And by the way, some Ethiopian analysts are suggesting that Ethiopia should establish a buffer zone between Ethiopia and Somalia. And they say at least Gaidu and Southwest State should be part of this buffer zone. Buffer zone means that there will be no deployment of we can interpret buffer zone in two ways. Either Ethiopia does not want any Somalias and Ethiopian forces in buffer zone, or it would keep its forces in buffer zone to keep Al Shabaab, Egyptian military, away from this buffer zone towards Somalia's border. This is what I think Ethiopian analysts mean. They want this buffer zone to be under Ethiopian military control. But will Somalia accept that? Somalia will never accept that. Somalia will never accept its territories, Gaidu, Southwest, under Ethiopian control. Somalia says that if after December 2024, any Ethiopian troops are found in Somalia, they will be seen as occupiers and appropriate action will be taken. It means an all out war, God forbid, could break out between Ethiopia and Somalia. So, coming months are very crucial. Ethiopian military will try to enhance its military presence. It will try to back its allies too. It can use these airports and airstrips to provide supplies, arms to its allies in Southwest State. It might raise some forces, some proxies in Gaidu to Jubaland. Let's see what happens. Secondly, was Fano fighters entered a key town in Amhara region last night. For several hours, fighting went on between the Fano side and the Ethiopian military. It happened in Debre Morkos, one of very strategic cities in the Amhara region, keeping in view its location. It's in Gojam, and on the night between Tuesday and Wednesday, hundreds of Fano fighters entered Debre Morkos city. And in the city, an exchange of gunfire began between the military and Fano fighters. It went on for several hours. People were confined in their houses. At night, obviously, businesses were closed. Even in the morning, businesses remained closed. Transport activity gradually resumed, but not to its full level. Foreign fighters reportedly withdrew from Debre Morkos in the morning, but for several hours they stayed in this main city in Gojam, Amhara zone, Amhara region, reported. Thank you for watching.